Welcome, students. So, let's learn something new today. And what we'll learn today is something called as jerk. Okay. So, this is a physics term as well, by the way. Okay. Anyways, so I've shown a chart here. Okay. Telling you about position, velocity, acceleration, jerk, snap, or jounce, crackle, and pop. What exactly are all this? These are nothing from a mathematical point of view. You can actually say position is x, velocity is dx by dt, acceleration is the second derivative of x, and jerk is the third derivative of x, and so on. Okay, so this will be the fourth derivative, this will be the fifth derivative, and this will be the sixth derivative. You can even have further as well, but let's stop here. Okay, and let's look at what jerk is. Actually, jerk is something which is there for any non-uniform acceleration. Most of the problems that you'll solve in class 11th or 12th, and sometimes in some of the competitive levels as well, are related to uniform acceleration. But what happens when it's actually a non-uniform acceleration? So whenever there is a non-uniform acceleration, there will be a jerk. One example is, let's say there is a circular motion. So the radial acceleration, which is pointing towards the center, the magnitude might be the same, but the direction is changing. So because acceleration here is non-uniform, so it will have a jerk. Another example, you might have seen this graph from the frictional resistance versus the force applied. So this is the static part, this is the threshold, and this is the kinetic part. This is the static part. And you'll see that this static coefficient of friction is always higher than the kinetic coefficient of friction. And there is a drop here. So whenever you are pushing an object and you suddenly are able to push it, so that body actually feels a jerk. Okay, and jerk is might be very small value or might be very big. For example, a car accident happens, so there is a sudden change of acceleration, and that's what we call a jerk. Okay, unfortunately, we do not mention this term in our textbooks, but sometimes in advanced competitive exams you will see somebody writing a body is given a jerk. That means a body is given a non-uniform acceleration. So you have to understand that. And all these terms, so if there is a change in jerk with time, then there is a snap happens, also called as jounce. If there is a change in time for the snap value, then there is a crackle, and so on for pop. And you, there are some more terms as well. And all these terms, right from jerk to pop and all these are mostly used in robotics for smooth operation of a, let's say, robotic arm or a robot itself. So a movement of a robot has to be smoothed by considering all these factors. In our syllabus, we mostly focus on this as well as jerk, but we do not name it. For example, circular motion, for example, normal kinetic and static friction. Got it? Thank you.